Be prepared. Something is brewing in March, and once it starts, there's no stopping it. This isn't your average astrology forecast. March is stacked with celestial events so rare they redefine once in a lifetime. I'm talking about double eclipses, intense planetary shifts, and then there are the ones no one even noticed. But let's not go too far just yet. Do you realize how rare it is for two eclipses to collide in a single month? And here's the thing, these events aren't random. They're stacked together in a way that feels almost orchestrated. The kind of month where energy shifts can be felt in your body, in your thoughts, in ways you can't quite explain. But keep watching, because there's one specific event later this month, something almost no one is paying attention to, that will completely change the way you look at March. I'll go over it later, and when I do, you'll see why this month is way bigger than you thought. And if you think we're starting off slow, guess again. March kicks off with a powerful event that will set the entire month into motion. You really thought this month was going to be like the others? Not even close. March doesn't ease into anything. It launches with a powerful three-planet conjunction on day 1. The Moon, Mercury and Venus, three celestial bodies aligning in a way that changes the entire tone of the month ahead. Mercury, the planet of thought. Venus, the planet of desire. The Moon, ruler of emotions. When these three meet, expect shifts in how you think, what you feel, and what you crave. It's an alignment that amplifies intuition, deep conversations, and unexplainable feelings of déjà vu. And here's the wild part. This is just the beginning. We haven't even touched the most intense events yet. Something huge is coming, and it's about to shake everything up. There are moments when the universe resets itself. This is one of them. Every year, the March equinox marks the moment when light and darkness reach perfect balance. But this isn't just about spring arriving. It's a reset point, a cosmic recalibration. For thousands of years, cultures around the world have revered this day as a time of transition. The Egyptians aligned their pyramids to it. The Mayan temples were built to track it. The Druids marked it as a gateway. They all saw something in this moment, a shift in the energy of the world itself. And this year, that shift is more profound than ever. Why? Because this equinox doesn't exist in isolation. It's sandwiched between two powerful eclipses, right in the middle of a month where the sky is in constant motion. Imagine it like a breath between two massive waves, a moment of stillness before the final transformation. Some might feel this, an unshakable sense of pausing, as if time itself slows down just for a moment before launching forward into something new. You might notice it, a strange clarity, an urge to reflect, a feeling of weightlessness. And then the energy shifts. But here's the thing. Just days before this cosmic reset, something even bigger is taking place. One of the most awaited events of the year, setting the stage for everything that follows, including this one. Some days are marked in history, others are written in the stars. March 14th isn't just another date, it's a cosmic convergence, a day when the universe itself seems to be orchestrating something undeniably powerful. First, the main event, a total lunar eclipse with the full moon. But not just any eclipse. This one will turn the moon into a deep red color for 65 minutes, a full hour where the Earth's shadow will completely engulf the moon, painting it in crimson. A sight that has sparked fear, prophecy, and awe throughout history. Ancient civilizations watched these lunar events with awe and reverence. While some feared it, others believed they signaled transformation, great shifts, or the rise of something new. But that's just the beginning. Because while the moon is bathed in deep red, something else will be happening right above our heads. A meteor shower. Yes, on the very same night that the moon transforms, the sky will be lit up with fire. The peak of a meteor shower sending streaks of light flashing across the darkness. And here's where things get really strange. This celestial spectacle isn't happening on some random date. It's happening on Pi Day, the day we celebrate an infinite, unending number, one of the most mysterious and fundamental constants in the universe. A cosmic equation playing out in real time, a total eclipse, a shower of fire, and the number that represents infinity itself. What are the chances? Or is there no such thing as coincidence? Everything about this night feels deliberate, as if something is aligning beyond our understanding. And maybe, just maybe, it's trying to tell us something. The moon is drawing closer, but not to us, to the sun. Most people focus on full moons, new moons and eclipses. But what happens when the moon makes its closest approach to the very heart of our solar system? On March 27th, the moon reaches its perihelion, its closest point to the sun this month. And while this isn't something we can physically see, its symbolism is undeniable. For centuries, the sun has been associated with illumination, truth and consciousness, while the moon represents the hidden, the subconscious and the unseen. The moon is the keeper of mysteries, the guardian of cycles, and the ruler of emotions. But on this day, it breaks routine. It moves towards the sun, towards revelation. Think about it. This is the same moon that governs the tides, affects human sleep cycles, and has long been tied to intuition and inner transformation. Now, as it draws near the sun, what does that mean for us? This is the moon's closest brush with pure fire, an intense solar presence that strips away illusion and demands clarity. Some might feel this as a moment of deep realization, as if a fog that's been clouding their judgment is suddenly lifting. Others might feel an urge to release something, an old habit, an outdated belief, a situation that no longer aligns with them. And then, just 2 days later, the solar eclipse arrives. It's almost as if the moon is absorbing something, gathering a final burst of cosmic energy before stepping into the shadows during the eclipse. Cycles don't just end, they prepare. And right now, the moon is preparing for something we don't yet understand. 2 eclipses in 1 month. What are the odds? Mid-March will kick off with a spectacle, a total lunar eclipse drenching the sky in red. But what if I told you that wasn't the end of the story, that there was another eclipse lurking in the shadows, unnoticed by most? Remember when I told you earlier that there was an event no one was talking about? This is it. On March 29th, the sky delivers a partial solar eclipse. Unlike the dramatic in-your-face transformation of the red moon, this eclipse is quieter, more subtle, almost like a whisper before something bigger. But don't be fooled by its partial nature. This is no small event. In ancient times, solar eclipses were seen as omens, cosmic warnings of impending change. And when they follow a lunar eclipse within the same month, that's not just rare, it's powerful. The solar eclipse is the response, a reset, a shift, a cosmic realignment. This isn't random. This is a cycle, one of endings and beginnings, of shadows and light. And there's something else you need to know. This eclipse aligns with the new moon. The new moon is already a time of darkness, a time of planting seeds for the future. But combine that with an eclipse, it's like a cosmic void, a space where the past dissolves and the future hasn't fully formed yet. It's the in-between, the unknown, and those who are sensitive to energy, you might already be feeling this build-up, like the air itself is charged, like something is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it. And this isn't just about external change. This energy is personal. It's about what's being eclipsed in your own life, what's shifting within you. 2 eclipses, 1 month, 1 message. It's time to let go of the old, because something new is trying to break through. But before this final eclipse arrives, something strange happens, a moment of eerie stillness, a final breath before the leap. And it all starts on March 22nd. The moon is shrinking into darkness. But why does this last phase feel different? March 22nd marks the last quarter moon, the moment when the moon begins its final descent into darkness. Normally, this would be just another phase, a natural part of the lunar cycle. But this time, something about it feels different. And if you've been feeling off, restless, drained, like something is shifting in the background but you don't know what, you're not imagining it. Because this last quarter moon isn't just another phase. It's the last stop before the solar eclipse, the final moment before the sky itself resets. Everything has been leading up to this. This isn't just a moon phase. This is an energetic purge. Ancient civilizations believed the last quarter moon was a time of cleansing, a moment to release, to surrender, to prepare for the unknown. And in this case, that unknown is the solar eclipse. Have you ever noticed that just before a storm, the air feels different? Everything goes eerily still. The animals get quiet. The wind pauses. It's not fear, it's anticipation. That's what March 22nd is, the stillness before the shift. And for those who are paying attention, this is a chance. A chance to listen, to slow down, to take a breath before the next wave crashes in. Because once this phase ends, the moon vanishes into shadow and the sky prepares for something big. And after that, everything changes. March 2025 isn't just another month on the calendar. It's a carefully orchestrated sequence of cosmic shifts, all packed into a single lunar cycle. We've seen planetary alignments. We've witnessed the moon caught between two eclipses. We've tracked its movement closer to the sun. And now, the question isn't just what's happening in the sky. It's what's happening within us. Because when the universe moves, it moves everything with it. Eclipses have long been linked to fated events, moments of transition, and collective awakenings. Ancient civilizations saw them as signs of divine intervention. Today, we may not view them as omens, but one thing is clear. They shift energy in ways we don't fully understand. This isn't about superstition, it's about patterns, and March is full of them. A total lunar eclipse followed by a partial solar eclipse. A perfect sequence of release and renewal. A planetary alignment at the very start of the month, and a final celestial movement just before its end. It's not just the sky that's shifting, it's us. Some will feel it in small ways. A sudden change in mindset, a moment of clarity, or a pull towards something new. Others may feel it in bigger ways, unexpected endings, breakthroughs, or life taking an abrupt turn towards something completely unexpected. Energy doesn't just disappear, it builds, it moves, and when the time is right, it transforms. So the real question isn't whether something is happening, it's whether you're paying attention. If you're still watching, I'd like to thank you for your attention. If you enjoyed the content and want to see more, please consider clicking the subscribe button. Your support is very appreciated. Feel free to share your experiences or thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, take care and subscribe for more insightful content.